I don't know about you, but I love a good old-fashioned spirited preacher. And one time I was flipping through my radio stations and I heard this preacher and I listened to him until the end. Man, he had the organ going behind him. He was yelling, and you could tell from his sermon that he was the pastor of an inner city church. And my favorite line, teacher friends, you're gonna love this. He says, "You got a GED in decision making, but you got a PhD in possibility." I love that. So it reminds me of the story in Acts chapter 12 where Rhoda, who is a servant girl in the home of this underground church, she's not a Christian herself. In fact, she's a foreigner, but she is around these Christians all the time. And at the time, they are praying fervently for Peter, who is in prison. And one night, and she hears all their prayers, she's a witness to all, their conversations, everything. And one night, there's a knock on the door. So as the servant girl, she goes to get it, and she hears the voice outside the door, and she recognizes Peter's voice, and she runs back into the room where the church is, and people are, "It's Peter, it's Peter." She doesn't even open the door for Peter. Peter's still standing at the door, just knocking. Anyway, they tell her she's crazy, even though they've been praying the whole time. But I love this because her decision making, much like mine sometimes, especially when I get really excited, is, not the best, but the possibility. She has let that zeal take over. And our zeal for the Lord is something that can be contagious. And I want to share with you, this is Galatians 4:18, and it says, these are Paul's words to the Galatian church: "It is fine to be zealous, provided it's for a good purpose, and to be so always, not just when I'm with you." So it's really easy to get all excited and have zeal for the Lord when we're around people who are the same way. But if we have it all the time, think of those Rhodas out there who we are their lifeline to hear about God. And so remember, you might have a GED in decision making, but you got a PhD